How's this Florida Heat compared to Texas Heat?
It ain't too bad yet. I hear it's gonna get worse. The humidity's definitely different though.
I don't know. It looks like the apocalypse in Texas lately, so
Oh,
I'm trying not to
yeah.
complain down here.
I ain't been back in a minute. I heard it's like 109 out there though.
Got with LA for training camp.
Oh yeah, they always go to Oxnard.
But either way, man, how's this offense been picking up? I know that the spring was a lot of install, a lot of kind of getting used to your calls and the scheme as a whole. How do you feel like you guys have developed now in training camp?
I feel like the group is definitely coming along. Definitely getting into the later installs now that we've gone on practice 4. But most of the guys are just getting refreshed and getting out there and actually running at full speed again. And I feel like we're picking up pretty good for the most part.
Cedrick, you guys have used like different receiver combinations with every different team. I'm curious what the advantage of that is for you to play with, receivers from Tyreek all the way down to the undrafted rookies. How does that kind of help you come along?
I mean, it helps me in my aspect of whether I got to help the next guy out or he has to help me out. It's just going out there, knowing the assignment, and either getting the job done with whoever's next to you or pushing the guy next to you to get the job done like you are.
In this particular offense, do you have to learn like 2 or 3 spots?
Yeah, in this offense, you have to learn all of them pretty much. We move around a lot. There's a lot of formations, pretty much same plays, very good plays, but you're always in different formations. I feel like that's most offenses as well.
Anything that Welker has sort of taught you or opened your eyes to in your first few months around West?
Yeah, definitely get your shoulders past the defender. That's the biggest coaching point. You can win most of your routes once you get that done, and get off the ball.
What have you picked up about Tua from working with him?
He can throw. He can throw that ball. It's accurate, and he's always on point. And he's gonna joke with you, but as soon as we get in the huddle, it's time to go.
What's it like with him in the huddle? How's his demeanor?
He knows what he's talking about when he's saying it. He's very knowledgeable of the playbook, and you can definitely tell the intensity once you're in the huddle. And once we're lining up, you know he's gonna get his job done, so you better get yours done.
What's it like seeing a different person in the huddle versus out of it?
I feel like that's the balance of football, like football when we're in the game and versus when we're hanging out in the locker room. I feel like you need that. No one can be just a football player all the time.
So much is made about Tua's accuracy. How does that benefit the wide receiver? Is it just ball placement or catching in stride? Like, how does that help you take your game to the next level? His accuracy.
I feel like it's more so get to the spot because you know he's going to hit it. If you're not in that spot, you're probably not going to catch the ball.
Cedrick, you have some punt return experience from your time in Dallas. Is that something that you wouldn't mind doing or would enjoy doing here as well?
I'll do whatever's called upon me.
I don't know, Mike Gallup went down last season, but what were some things that really worked for you in your favor as you played and had a lot of success last year?
I feel like definitely him going down was really not in my favor because that's one of my best friends, so it was hard to see him go down. But it gave me the opportunity to go out there and show what I've been practicing, and I feel like I stepped in when they needed me, and just like when he came back healthy, he came back out there and he didn't miss a beat, and then he obviously went down again, and I had to step back up for the team while I was there.
Cedrick, what stands out about Eric Ezukama?
He's big, physical, definitely going to be useful once we all get going.
You were around a good back tandem last year. Can you talk about these running backs here? What you recognize from them so far, kid?
A lot of them are fast. All of them are fast. Sometimes you really rarely see the number of who's running, but they're all hitting the holes and moving forward.
And blocking at the wide receiver position is going to be pretty important in this offense. What have you heard from Wes or anyone else about that aspect?
Get in position of the play for the blocking scheme, and the block's going to take care of itself.
What is learning this playbook like for a wide receiver? We heard Tyreek say the other day that it's kind of tricky, that there are times he'd have to go to Wes and say, hey, man, I don't understand this. But I guess how challenging is it to pick up from your positions?
At first it was pretty tricky because, one, you got to break down all the formations just to know where to line up. And then once you get lined up, now you got to know which play it is, who's getting tagged and who's not. But I feel like it's one of those things, once you get it, it's kind of hard to forget because it's just going to be second nature.
But you feel like Tua's got that command of the offense already that you can, even if you're a little shaky when you get in the huddle, you feel like he is.
I'm going to need you to ask that again because I didn't even hear you.
I said you feel like Tua has enough of a command on this offense that when you get into the huddle, even if you're a little shaky on where you need to line up or what you need to do, you feel like he's got it locked in?
Oh, yeah, he's locked in. He'll tell you what you have if you definitely don't know what you have.
Cedrick, I'm looking at Drew's stats here. 74% catch percentage last year. 45 out of 61 targets. I guess when you see the ball, it winds up in your hands more likely than not. What's the pride that you take in having that stat in your favor?
I feel like that's pretty much all my job is, to catch the ball when it's thrown to me. So if I'm not doing that, then I probably wouldn't have a job. But yeah, I mean, I take pride in it because it's my preparation, catching it, and shoot, that's how I feed my folks.
Cedric, to Marcel's point about the offense, the other day, Coach McDaniel talked about the value of adding a Mohamed Sanu, someone that's been around this offense and seen it. River Craycraft has worked in this offense, Trent Sherfield. How valuable have those guys been to kind of help in the receivers room get the offense down?
Oh, they're extremely helpful. Shoot, I sit next to I think I sit next to all three of them. So always asking them questions on the side when Wes is installing or Mike's installing. And shoot, they both have been in it for a while, sitting right next to me. And then Mo, he definitely has the vet status of it. So he's taking it to the next step of just overall helping me with a football game.
You guys ever have competition to see who can throw the football the best? Or you guys are both quarterbacks?
We haven't yet, but the day is coming.
Since Tyreek was acquired, have you thought about how having him and Waddle is going to affect coverage on you? Because I imagine if you see a third or fourth corner in single coverage, you're going to have an advantage every time with your skill set. Is that something you've thought about?
I mean, definitely with the two speed guys on the outside is definitely going to leave me with a little more open room. And, I mean, that's when I feel like I strive the most if someone's covering me one-on-one.
What have your first impressions been of Noah Ibnogany at corner?
Physical. I like his energy. I like how he's turning into a pro at a young age. It's good for a young player like that.
Stop eating meat. He told us he's of age, and I did that with him.
I mean, everybody has their methods. I definitely couldn't stop eating meat either.
Who's caught your eye also among D-backs on this team besides Noah and X, obviously? Trill Williams, Javon Holland, anything on any of those guys you noticed?
Yeah, Trent's definitely had a good 2 days of camp. Big physical young player as well. Definitely has a high ceiling on his game.